extremely momentum-based matchup. I feel like both of these characters, being Ken and Roy, once they get in, they definitely like get in and they stay on top of each other. And both of them aren't necessarily the most proficient edge guarders, but I also think Roy might have the edge just by having a counter, being able to potentially able to hit Ken out of his up B. And for game one, they are going to be starting on Smashville, keeping it really, really nice and tight, a very small stage, not giving them much room to game two at each other.
Our boy Kick Hit Slider in the background providing the entertainment alongside me and my partner here for this match. We're going to start off with a very fast start. Goblin and Anders going right in with those aerials and trying to string together their combos.
And once again, I really want to applaud Goblin's usage of up B here. He's landing really safely on the platforms every time that he uses it, and like the times he doesn't do it so safely, he always makes it so ambiguous that Andres has like a difficult time punishing it.
Yeah, he's very, very good, as you pointed out, at deciding whether or not he wants to drop to the platform. And his opponent, it seems, never knows which one he's going to do. Which,
and you see, oh, I'm sorry. You see him like respecting. You see him respecting the space on his recovery. He's anticipating an aggressive recovery. He doesn't want to get shot by up B, so he's giving Andres a lot of space. He's being very generous.
Yeah, we saw in that last game, Hero Yez was not giving Anders the space that Ken demands from his opponent. It seems that Goblin's not going to make that. Oh, but Anders is going to see that.
Just because he whiffed a side B, he had the kill confirm on deck. Smashville having such low ceiling. Wow, that was so well played.
Punishment coming from Anders right into Goblin's face. Just as I was talking about the necessity that it is to respect Ken's space, Goblin whiffs one move and Ken punishes hard for it.
You know, Goblin struggling to land a little bit, but Andres not anticipating the distance of the directional air dodge. He had the great idea to be able to punish it, but he just needed to position himself a little bit better. And like once again, like Goblin just using that up B so safely, and able to get a really, really strong hit of neutral. This is going to be the corner pressure right now.
Something that I'm seeing with Anders' Ken that you see in a lot of Kens, but you usually don't see it done this well, is landing and not abusing, but using focus, his down the super armor that it entails to keep himself safe from a lot of Goblin's options. He's using it in order to help himself land. He's using it to get out of Goblin's combos. It's just Goblin will capitalize on that with the up smash though, but it is just a very safe option that Anders knows how to use.
So focus is really susceptible to multi-hits, and Roy's up smash being a multi-hitting move will definitely go through that. But also just like has a lot of pressure when somebody is landing above you and there isn't a platform covering your head, because the highest level of focus can break through shields, which is really, really scary sometimes because some people might need to have it shielding it.
He's going to capitalize with that and bring it. But Goblin survives with a good DI. As we saw earlier in Goblin's play, he's very comfortable. That F tilt's gonna kill. Goblin is very comfortable with just sitting in neutral, holding shield. But the fact that Ken has focus in his arsenal is challenging that habit of Goblin. And Goblin's showing masterful tactical prowess by adapting his strategy, and we haven't seen much sitting in neutral as he did against his previous opponents.
But right now this is a really good lead for Goblin. Still 0% to his name, Andres having 74%. You know, and at 90% this is jab back air percentage. This is you know, side B percentage. You know, one good commitment from Goblin could take the stock. We see a lot of up Bs. Andres not able to find a good punish for it, only getting one hit of the up A, not much else. Not able to find a proper punish on the directional air dodge inverse either.
It seems that while Anders is getting good percent against his opponent, it's come to a bit of a stalemate, as neither one of them wants to approach the other because both characters have such explosive kill confirms that are at their disposal. Neither wants to be, but Goblin will jump in and capitalize on the sweet spot fair in order to close out the game and take game one to his name. Roy is going to finish that in style.
Yeah. I think Goblin played that really, really well. I think out of disadvantage, we saw a lot of we saw like a lot of preemptive inputs of up B. Going into game two, I would like to see Andres just be able to anticipate that and have like an explosive punish ready, right? Because even on Smashville, even if it can be ambiguous, you are committing to such a laggy option. You could be getting exploded for it.
And even at the end of that match, we saw Anders start to avoid those up Bs out of shield coming from Goblin, but it didn't prove to be enough to save him the game. However, going into the next game, we could very well see him start to abuse his opponent's habits there.
For sure. And we also might see like a little bit different usage of focus. I like the way that he was using focus to sort of like pressure Goblin and sort of stop him from proceeding with his juggle. But if you are going to be focusing onto a platform like that, especially when you're fighting a character with 2 multi-hit vertical options, that's just something you have to be a little bit more careful about. So
I just want to remind everyone that because we are in losers finals, this is best of 5. So it will not be the end no matter the outcome of this. They've got at least one more game to play. This game is already getting off to an explosive start, with both characters ending up at 39% before we even hit the 30-second mark.
And that shield after the side B from Andres was so smart. He knew that Goblin was going to try to mash out an up B for it, and he was able to rack on a couple of extra percent as a result. Missing the punish there, but he is now getting the right idea. Every twist and turn, he's pausing, he's incorporating shield in close situations more. I really, really like this adaptation of it now.
Yeah, I think that's right out of shield. That's Anders' big advantage in this matchup. He's learning as it goes on, and it's very clear to see that he's adapting and figuring out Goblin's different strategies and getting used to them and making the game closer and closer.
A nice shield from Goblin there, not going to be hit with the down tilt confirms, but again, he keeps going for them, and I think that he might have released the shield a little bit early there. Nice commitment off stage, getting the forward, going to take out the first stock. And right now, Andres is just looking for any way to clutch this out, looking for up tilts into up B. Not going to be able
But it hits the sour spot, and Goblin manages to survive it. Shoots it barely. Oh! But he is going to get dipped at the ledge by a down tilt and not manage to make it back.
Yeah. Goblin might have been like really just like focused on trying to jump out and trying to SDI out. That he got like overly preoccupied with it and didn't notice that he was out of resources to make it back to the stage and got pineapple.
We are seeing, however, that they're both making fantastic use of PS2's 2 side platforms. They're both trying to trap their opponent onto it into their options. We saw Anders hit a sour spot on his Shoryuken earlier. However, I believe that given the opportunity again, he will hit it.
What I'm noticing is actually some really good counterplay.
Oh my goodness!
Such a good tech chase. Catching, he started off with a jab block and then caught like the antsy, slightly nervous tech roll in, and was just able to get a punish on it.
Something punished by Goblin there, hitting the sweet spot forward smash, capitalizing on everything that his opponent gave him in order to get the kill at a very low percent. I believe he was only around 60%.
Something around that, but almost taking out the stock once again with that beat. But this being PS2 has a slightly taller ceiling than Smashville, but that's going to be, I believe, a strong to the back tilt.
That's correct. I believe that Goblin's goal, he knew that stock was basically already lost, and he was trying to get as much of a lead as possible before going into his third and final stock.
So Andres, once again, he was anticipating that up, he was anticipating the out of shield option, but wasn't expecting Roy to have that much direction, that much drift, and for him to be able to cross him. Now Goblin is keeping him.
Oh my goodness! Is that gonna take it? That takes game 2 with a sweet spot dancing blade from Goblin.
You want to see like a back-to-back 3-0 like Andres, like 3-0ing Yes, and then Goblin gonna just 3-0 him right back.
I wonder if it's like rock, paper, scissors. What if Yes plays Goblin? I believe that actually happened earlier in bracket, did it not? Yeah, it did, and Goblin 3-0'd
Yeah,
Yes.
and when it was semis, yeah, Goblin 3-0'd Yes. We've been seeing like a lot of 3-0s, I'm noticing. We haven't been seeing like any game 5s in top 8 at all, actually, which is, you know, genuinely like, that's a bit of an anomaly.
Now, I wouldn't curse it just yet. Anders has shown remarkable adaptability, and there is the possibility of him coming back and taking this. I wonder, we haven't seen Anders play anyone else this entire tournament, but maybe if the Ken isn't working, he's got a pocket pick for us somewhere.
Yep, and also something to consider that this is losers finals, and this is already guaranteed payout, but like the difference between third and second place, there's, between third and second place, yeah, there's like a lot of pressure. It can be like really, really nerve-wracking, especially, I think. Because like the difference here is literally in the hundreds of dollars. Like who's walking out with the third place winning, and who's gonna be walked out for guaranteed second.
Yeah, and we're going to get right into this third match. Let's see if Andres can bring it back or if Goblin is going to keep this 3-0 streak going. It looks like he buffered an air dodge there and air dodged a bit low and almost didn't recover from it. That would have been a very poor start to his match, but he manages to make it back and starts pulling off some of those well-known Ken combos.
Right now, Goblin, he's holding center stage so strongly. You see Andres just lacking the mobility and the space that he needs to be able to get something started. Look how he swung those moves so safely, and even though Andres got the parry, that was like spaced and timed in such a way like he had to completely respect it.
And we just saw Andres with a beautiful spot dodge read on Ken's side B, rolling in, just completely ignoring the danger. And he's going to keep using that up B out of shield because Andres has shown he does not know how to deal with it.
Yeah, when you're landing with focus, an up B is like a multi-hitting move. It's relatively quick, pretty easy to throw out. You know, it's such a good answer for Ken jumping in on it. Honestly, it's definitely one of Roy's best anti-air options. But
he's gonna live it. And we are in jab bear or dancing blade territory for Roy here, and it's very right there. It's very obvious that he was fishing for that kill. But he manages to get it and secures his lead.
Yeah, he was waiting for Andres to overextend to push in a little bit. He whiffed that up B in his face. No, that should have definitely been the stock, and it rightfully was. Oh my god, getting so much damage from that grounded down air. Not gonna take out the stock quite yet with back air. Really nice use of the Town and City platform to give himself cover.
Right underneath him.
Oh my god, Goblin is
throwing that forward smash into his face, showing that he is commanding this matchup.
And again, like, he's not afraid to anti-air Andres. Andres keeps landing on top of him. So this is all that he's doing. Such a good
landing confidently with that dancing blade. And oh my goodness, Andres just barely dodges out of a dancing blade that would have been certain doom for him had it hit.
Oh my
but
god.
Andres gets gimped on the recovery anyway, and now it is 3-2-1.
Yeah, 3-1 stocks, 151%. All Andres right now needs is like one good solid hit. That's going to be it, but Roy with Rage is extremely
Roy is
scary.
already chaining together a 43% combo right off the bat, has his opponent on the back foot, not knowing how to deal with his options.
I like that he went for down tilt there after the Ken string, like knowing that, okay, I might as well just respect the damage that I'm taking right now. I might as well just accept it. He had the lead too!
Just barely shields that sweet spot F smash.
I mean.
Oh, and he runs right into it.
Yeah. Listen, Goblin, he is up 2 games to 1. He's now won the set. He is up 3-1 stocks. He can keep throwing out that move as much as he wants. There is so much pressure on his part. He has the emotional advantage. Like he knows, like, at this point, this set is over, so I can throw out these buttons as much as I want. And look at that. He ran right into it and died. That's it. It took it 3-0.
Chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in top 8, I believe that's the first 3 stock we've seen. And that 3 stock will take Goblin to a 3-0 victory over Anders and into at least a guaranteed second place finish. Granted, because he's coming from loser's side, if he wants to beat Wrath and take first place, he will have to reset the bracket, so we might be seeing upwards of 6, maybe even 10 games. However, showing what Goblin has done thus far in this tournament, it is definitely a possibility. He did lose to Wrath earlier in bracket, however, he could very well pull this out.
Wrath was the one that sent him into losers, and I think this is definitely going to be like a test of endurance. It's going to be about whoever secures the lead first. If you secure the lead first in a matchup like against Sonic, like then it's going to be like a test of fortitude. It's going to be the test of patience. So the early game in Wrath versus Goblin is going to really define like the entirety of the set, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because Sonic is, with his homing attacks and stretchy legs that come in with those F smashes, fists, he is a very oppressive opponent. I see a lot of poggers in chat, I'm appreciating that. He's a very oppressive opponent to play against, and it's really hard. So if he doesn't manage to get that early lead, Goblin could be quickly finding himself in a deficit, as we saw earlier.
For sure. I was not here for the Wrath and Goblin set, so all I know is that Wrath took it over Goblin 3-1. I'm not sure how Goblin was able to take that one game that he did. What's going to be really, really key for Goblin is also making sure that he secures the first game so that he continues to hold the the stage counter pick advantage. Because Sonic can super easily counter pick you to a really large stage and then just like have a lot of space to run around you, and we're actually seeing the hero from Goblin.
I want to take this opportunity, even though we are about to see Hero, I just want to remind everyone in the chat to go ahead and drop a sub if you feel like it. Make sure to follow our channel and check